looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations? A&T Residential Hotels is the place. The rooms are designed to be your home away from home. We have services, both bar, room, and kitchen are all 24 hours. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and our gym to keep your body fit. Our staff are excellent as they welcome you with royalty. Come shake your body as our nightclub opens every Friday with Asu Barbecue. Asuya joints available all day. We have a mall capacity of about 1,500 for your occasions. Welcome to A&T Presidential Hotels, Kilometer 5, Ilesha, Owo Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 081-4633-5949 and 070-1222-6282. A&T Presidential Hotels. Comfort and class redefined.
Brand new from Airtel.
I'm living in my lane, happy every day. Things are not the same. Oh no. Now I chop from a buffet, unlimited buffet. Why are not they fear? Cause I know it's more than enough for me. Ocean no fit fish, highway no get limits. I have all I need. Data unlimited, data unlimited.
To enjoy unlimited data on your devices, visit airtel.com.ng/HBB.
Data unlimited.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Congratulations to our poultry, pig, sheep, and goat farmers in Ondo State as Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project (LPRES) begins provision of common assets such as abattoir, slaughterhouse, pasture, sheep and goat markets, biodigester, veterinary clinic, farmer field school, artificial insemination center, training, loan support, free vaccination, among others, to enhance productivity, resilience, and commercialization of these value chains. LPRES is here to serve you. Please report header farmer clashes to LPRES for prompt intervention. You can visit your local government for complaints on GBV, sexual exploitation, abuse, and harassment at LPRES project location in your area. LPRES beneficiary profiling is always free, but know that there is no input support for beneficiaries. For more inquiries, please contact Ondo LPRES project at ground floor, Aisa building, beside ADP Alagbaka Akure. Facebook page is Ondo LPRES project. Email ondo@lpresnigeria.gov.ng. Telephone 0803-395-7166. LPRES project, enhancing livestock profitability.
On the news tonight, NTA Director General returns to office. Federal government declares Friday, September 5, public holiday. National Health Insurance Authority to actualize 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. Good evening and welcome to Nta Akure News at 7. I'm Ifeoluwa Omoshile. Loud ovation rented the air when NTA headquarters staff came out in their numbers to receive the reinstated Director General Saliu Abdulhamid Dembos. The DG returned to office barely a week after he left, following directive by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he should be reinstated with other executive directors. Dennis Temple has more.
Staff and management of the authority welcomed the Director General, Comrade Saliu Abdulhamid Dembos, and the reappointed executive directors. Their return follows the recent directive by President Tinubu reaffirming confidence in the leadership and continuity of service. An assumption, the DG expressed appreciation to President Tinubu for the trust reposed in them, assuring to uphold the mandate of the NTA.
Let me seize the opportunity to thank Mr. President for his action and to also assure the President and the government and people of this country that NTA will continue to do the very best.
Staff representatives expressed joy over the development, saying it would inspire greater dedication in the organization.
We are supporting him because he has started something. Let him finish. Everyone has his own tenure. So we pray that when he finishes, the person who will come will now succeed.
And this, I think, should also ginger him to put much more effort in bringing NTA up and serving this Nigeria as a nation.
This is a man that have done much onto the equipment development of the station, staff development, and on many things, the environment development. And it's a thing of joy that he's back with us.
I want to thank Mr. President for reconsidering and bringing him back. We're excited, we're happy, we're joyous.
The DG proceeded to a closed-door meeting with his management team in Abuja. Dennis Temple, NTA News.
The federal government has declared Friday, September 5, 2025, a public holiday to mark Eid al-Mawlid, the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him. A statement by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, on behalf of the Minister, congratulates Muslims in Nigeria and beyond, urging reflection on the Prophet's virtues of peace, love, humility, tolerance, and compassion. The statement also calls on Nigerians of all faiths to use the occasion to pray for peace, security, and stability in the country, while supporting government's drive for unity and development. The Minister of Interior wishes Muslims a joyous and peaceful Eid al-Mawlid celebration. The National Health Insurance Authority has reaffirmed that with the establishment of the authority, the country moves closer to achieving universal health coverage, one of the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. This was at a one-day stakeholders forum organized by the National Health Insurance Authority held in Akure. Nta Akure reports.
The Stakeholders Forum, with the theme Inclusive Engagement, a Roadmap to Universal Coverage, was aimed at updating major stakeholders, including healthcare providers, health maintenance organizations, and enrollees on the new developments about the regulatory body. Key developments ranging from increased enrollment, enhanced provider payment, expansion of vulnerable group fund, contributory schemes, as well as future outlook covering expanded coverage and reduced cost, among others, were highlighted.
The new development in NHIA and what we are doing to improve the services to the enrollee, the review of the tariff we did recently to make sure that providers are compensated well for the services they render, what we are doing to make sure that all the stakeholders abide by the rules and regulation of the program. And there's also some new programs that we have started recently, like the CMOC program, which is basically for obstetric emergencies. We decided to set up a program where any woman with obstetric complication or that cannot afford to take care of his bills at the hospital is taken care of by NHIS fully.
Participants say the forum is an eye-opener to effective universal health coverage in the country.
It's actually very important to us, and I think if there's anything at all, we know that any time that our administrator is going, we need to really ensure that he or she pass on some of this information to others.
My own area of work, with what we've learned so far, is going to help us a lot because we've been losing a lot of money. But in as much they have already introduced some certain services, it's going to help us a lot.
There are some services that we are rendering to the enrollee, that is, we are even treating them as a primary care, in which we let us know that it's a secondary, that we need to get code for them.
National Health Insurance Authority, established by the National Health Insurance Authority Act of 2022, is an agency established to achieve universal health insurance coverage for Nigerians by overseeing various health insurance schemes. In Akure, Nta Akure, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed the Secretary to the Government of the Federation (SGF) to issue a service-wide circular to all ministries, extra-ministerial departments and agencies on the implementation of mandatory health insurance in line with the National Health Insurance Act 2022. However, President Tinubu called for further closer and constructive engagement with the private sector on the act to ensure that businesses are not unduly constrained. The President's directive covers 5 key areas. First, all MDAs must enroll their employees in the National Health Insurance Authority health insurance plan. Where desired, MDAs may take up supplementary private insurance coverage in accordance with the NHIA Act. All entities participating in public procurement must present a valid NHIA-issued health insurance certificate as part of their eligibility documentation. This certificate confirms compliance with the mandatory health insurance requirements and serves as a condition precedent for continuing any procurement-related engagement. The presidential directive also compels all MDAs to require applicants to present valid NHIA health insurance certificates as a precondition for issuing and renewing licenses, permits, and other official approvals. You are still watching Nta Akure News at 7. We shall be back in a moment. Please stay with us.
Currency unit is the Naira, while the minor unit is the Kobo. They are both in notes and coins. The Naira is more than just a medium of exchange. It bears the images of our heroes. So, stop abusing the Naira. It is a criminal offense to spray the Naira at events. Stop stepping on the Naira. It's not your enemy. Do not squeeze, ruffle, or write on the Naira. Handling the Naira with dirty or oily hands can deface the Naira. Love the Naira as you love yourself. Be a real Nigerian. Do not abuse the Naira.
You are welcome back. You can also watch us on our social media handles: Facebook at Nta Akure, YouTube at Nta Akure, and on X, NTA_Akure. In the face of growing regional security threats, from violent extremism to political instability, ECOWAS and the armed forces is prioritizing youth engagement as a strategic pillar for peace and enhanced regional security. This was the message of the Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa to the West African Civil Military Symposium to commemorate ECOWAS Act 50. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
With over 60% of West Africa's population under the age of 25, the youth represents not only the most vulnerable demographic to recruit by extremist groups, but also the most powerful force for positive change. One of such youth is Donald Chinedu, a student of International Relations Bayes University and an advocate of youth positively channeling their energy to productive use.
Youth shouldn't be shy, they should be up and doing, they shouldn't just sit at home and lazy about.
We need to have a strategic engagement that will galvanize youth participation in this renewed vision, commitment, and dedication of the ECOWAS platform.
Youth must be integrated into election monitoring missions, becoming watchdogs of democracy. We must build a digital ECOWAS Youth Peace Portal where young people share early warning data.
By empowering young people through training, mentorship, and inclusion in decision making, we can foster a generation that views security not as the business of soldiers alone, but as a collective civic duty.
When youth feels alienated, they become vulnerable to violent extremist recruitment. Inclusion fosters trust and resilience.
This gathering, therefore, is to move beyond rhetoric and establish a comprehensive regional framework that empowers young people through education, entrepreneurship, civic engagement, and direct participation in peace-building process. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
Residents of Akure are calling on Ondo State government to construct additional drainage system in the metropolis for free flow of water. They made the appeal while speaking with NTA News on the need for improved drainage infrastructure to address flooding in some parts of Akure. Kayode Olorundare reports.
The Ondo State government has initiated a proactive measure to prevent flooding in Akure by embarking on the channelization of waters across the state. This effort involves dredging canals, desilting drains, and ensuring the free flow of water during the rainy season. However, some residents are urging the state government to expand this initiative to other areas, including Igbatoro Road, Alagbaka, and Ajipowo, which are also prone to flooding.
This drainage needs a large place, you understand? The largest care. At least, if they want to make it, they should make it a 2 meter. Then the deep will be at least 3 feet.
There will be need for it, for them to expand the drainage, because it's really uncalled for. When you look at the road itself, even all the road in the community, in order for the rain to flow, free flow, is very, very important. And also the road, please. It's really, really bad.
They believe that extending the channelization project to these areas would help mitigate the risk of flooding and ensure a safer environment. In Akure, Kayode Olorundare, NTA News.
Let's join Shekina Omole on Business News.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has announced that the federal government is no longer borrowing from domestic banks, citing a significant revenue breakthrough driven by non-oil sectors. The declaration came during a meeting with members of the Buhari organization, led by former Nasarawa State Governor, Senator Tanko Al-Makura, at the presidential villa. Tinubu stated that Nigeria had met its annual revenue targets by August, attributing the achievements to robust non-oil revenue performance. In another development, the federal government will collaborate with big tech companies and hyperscalers to establish hyperscale data centers in Nigeria as part of efforts to secure the country's data sovereignty, according to Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency. Delivering the keynote at the 3rd Biennial Corporate Governance and Enterprise Development Conference in Lagos on Tuesday, Abdullahi said the initiative will enable Nigeria to take ownership of data currently stored and controlled by foreign technology firms. And that will be all on Business News in Akure. Shekina Omole, NTA News.
Super Eagles camp bubbles in Uyo ahead of